I am going to do a get ready with me video. I'm going out tonight, so I thought that I could record myself doing the makeup look that I'm going to wear tonight. A little bit of kind of like a sparkly makeup. I have quite a cool wee palette that I got ages ago from the YAAAY range, and it just has, I'll do a wee swatch of one of the colours. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's quite a glittery colour. And then the other one's like a white and has kind of like a blue shine to it. So that's the brown there. I'm not actually sure what colour I'm going to use. I have a lipstick as well that is a gold colour and it's quite sparkly too. There we go, it's like a goldy bronze. There you are. I'm going to start off by using my Maybelline Fit Me in 120. And I will be using a mixture of my XO Beauty, the original brushes, and the Zoe Eva ones that I did purchase from AliExpress. So I've got a little bit of the Maybelline Fit Me in 120, which is Classic Ivory, and the L'Oreal Lumi in Gold Camel. I just used the flat head brush to really buff it in and blend both the colours together. So I'm just going to put a light shade I'm just going to put a light amount on and let that work its way into my skin and kind of act as a base, because it is a little bit darker than my skin. And then while that's kind of just sitting there and working as a base, I will start on my eyes. Just because it's a glittery palette that I'm using, I don't want to have the foliage sitting here and then already have done my makeup. So by doing my eyes first, then I can remove the foliage and then put my foundation on and then highlight. I'm going to start off with this kind of flat placer brush and Shimmer's palette, and I'm going to go with this colour here just as a base, and it looks quite dark, but what I'll do is I'm going to blend this right out and I'm going to place the other colour over top, which is going to really help to bring the colour out. Because I have blue eyes, a brown base really works for my eye colour and really helps with the other colours that I use and just making them work with my eye colour. Now that I've blended that out, it's quite a pale brown colour, but it's just helped my eyes pop that little bit more. Now I can get this YAAAY one, and I'm going to go with the whitey blue one that I mentioned at the start. I'm going to use a flat brush just to get it out because it is a dust and it's quite glittery. It has a kind of bluey tone to it. And because these aren't super pigmented, you kind of have to really pick them on. They're very pretty colours, but they're just not very pigmented, I feel. It might be because I am getting to like the end of it and it's not as, there's not as much left, but I just feel like they're not super pigmented. But it's nice for like a kind of relaxed night, like a night that you're not really going out and like dressing and not really dressing up heaps. And just by using a flat top brush, I'm able to place and pack that on quite nicely. And work with the fact that it's not super pigmented, but by placing it and being able to pack it, we're able to get quite a nice colour. There's quite a nice pinky colour as well, which we're just going to bring over top of that bluey one, the bluey purpley one. And just the same method, packing it on. I'm going to go on to Sheer Exo's palette. I'm going to get this quite nice glittery champagne colour and apply that into my inner corner of the eye. I can feel the foliage on my face already, so I'm just going to quickly get my big puffy loose powder brush and just move some of that now. Now I'm going to go back to the dark shade that I started off with, this one here, and I'm just going to put that back into my crease, so ever so lightly on the end of that brush, and raising my eyebrows, I'm just going to put that back into my crease. Because it's a matte colour, it's a lot better in your crease. Shimmery colours in your crease don't really sit very well, and they emphasise your crease, which can be not ideal, especially as you get older. Especially as you get a bit older and your skin begins to be a little bit more loose. It's not always nice for some people to have the kind of shimmery stuff, the kind of shimmery look in their crease line, because it can emphasize their wrinkles and just their loose skin. My skin's done to be like that, and it's not something that I'm quite fond of, so I tend to quite like to have a matte colour in my crease just to eliminate that. Now I'm just getting that big puffy loose powder brush and buffing out or blending out the edges there, the upper of that, the upper, just blending out the edges. Great, and then finally again just a little bit more of the bright champagne colour into the middle, into the corner of my eye. And I'll just remove any foliage that I can get off. Awesome, that colour has really set nicely with my, that colour's really set nicely with my eye colour. You can only ever so slightly see the pinky bluey tinge, and I'm actually unsure if that will show up on the camera. I'm just going to get back into the bluey one and replace that. There we go. I'm going to go with a winged eyeliner tonight and a gold. So I'm going to place this gold along my lower waterline, and as usual I'll put the black up the top and a winged eyeliner. For those of you that haven't watched my videos before, The way that I put my eyeliner on to get the upper lid is I close my eye and just run it along. I have my eyes run quite badly when other people or even myself try to do it by lifting up, just because I don't wear makeup very often or during the week, so I unfortunately have quite watery eyes. And over top of the black, I'm just going to place the gold. Now I am just going to do my winged eyeliner. I use the e.l.f. one, and it is just a little wee one like this. So we're going out tonight and we have a friend's birthday. And they're just having drinks at home, so we thought, well, we'll get a babysitter, which is just my mum, to come and watch the kids. Sorry that I didn't talk through there. I really can't talk and do my eyeliner at the same time. So I'm just going to go back under my eye there and run the pencil along. I'm going to try wing it and lift my eyelid up and go from there. Oh, that wasn't so bad at all. I don't have too much of a watery eye. Oh, that one's a bit different. Okay. And I'm pretty happy with that. I am again going to just add a little bit more to the crease line, ever so slightly, in there. And then I'm actually going to run it under my eyes too. So now I'm going to conceal and then do my foundation, my contour and highlighting. I'm just concealing under my eyes and my nose completely, and just a few wee spots and bits and pieces that I have, and the edges there. And eyebrows. I'm going to use a damp beauty blender just to do the concealer. Always got mixed feelings about beauty blenders. I don't know if I'm just not very good with them or they're not very good themselves. I don't know. So many people put really good reviews up about them and that they're really good and really good for concealing, and I know like you can kind of hardly even see the stuff, but I feel like it takes off more than it places. I don't know. What does everyone else think about beauty blenders? Maybe I'm just not getting a good one. I don't even know where I got this from. It's probably a cheapie, and that's probably the reason why it's not as good as the others. Another pump of the L'Oreal Lumi and a wee bit of the Fit Me, and just all over the skin. I guess I probably have to be mindful with this too, is in photos it may end up having quite a bad flashback because of the fact that it has SPF in it. Bring that onto my ear and down my neck. I am going to set that with a Jordana pressed powder and light. Going to contour quite sharply tonight, just to emphasize or help emphasize my cheekbones or lack thereof, and just my jawline to kind of help hide this chin of mine. I don't know how well it will do, but we'll go with a yay, it's going to hide my chin. By bringing it up around my temples, it kind of gives me a bit of shape to my face and doesn't leave my face too round looking. Right, and then I'm just going to get a little bit more of this powder just to kind of tone it down a little bit. Wonderful. Now I'm going to highlight with a liquid highlighter. This is Australia's Paparazzi Perfect. It's quite liquidy, but I like to place this down. I just use my fingers, rub these two together, and just kind of straight down there and straight down there, and then hit it in, and then I'll use a powder just to set the highlight. I like the pigment in this highlighter, and it is a wee bit messy and can place funny, but when you get the powder it ends up being quite nice. I like to use a wee fan brush now that I have one and just fan that on. And then I use the remainder on my nose, my upper brow, above my lip, my non-existent lips in this anyway, and then I will get my fingers and just get a little bit on each of my fingers and put it into my brow bone. Here we go. And because of the ring light, you can actually see the highlight quite well. And again, I am very good at powdering this down. I like to add a lot of powder to my makeup looks and just really make sure I'm setting everything in. I'm now going to fill in my eyebrows, and if you've watched my videos before, you'll know that I don't really kind of draw my eyebrows on as such. I have eyebrows which you can clearly see. I just kind of like to fill them in and make them a bit more, give them just a bit more of a filler look. a bit more of a fuller look is to opposed to drawing them on. I thankfully have I'm pretty happy with the shape of them. They just need filled in a little bit. Though, I do see girls out there that have like not very much brow here, and they can draw their eyebrows on, and I get so jealous sometimes because I quite like the drawn look, like it suits some people quite nicely. So as you can see the difference there. It's drawn on, but it's more of a fill look. And you can still tell there's hair there. Mind that you can hear my daughter running down the hallway. If you can hear it, I'm not sure you can. We're very excited because her nanny has just arrived. She's my mum. They haven't hung out in ages. There we go. I'm just going to line my lips with my MAC lip pencil. And it's a very nude colour. And I'm just going to bring it right over top of my lip. I'm just bringing it right over top of my lip, just to help my lipstick stay in place and to fill in kind of like the creases on my lips. I have quite creasy lips, which is really annoying with lipstick. And I have this lipstick here and the gold colour that I showed you a wee bit earlier. And I have my two mascaras that I use. Maybelline Less Sensational and Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme. I've got a small light coat on there, and I'll just do another little bit on here, and then I'm going to curl my lashes. The finished look. So quite a shimmery, glittery look. I hope you like this look. You can check out my other makeup looks, which I'll have in a playlist, and all my other videos that are about my life. My whole channel is about my lifestyle, and you can see heaps of different videos about that here.